Good morning, fellow option traders. This is Jeff, and welcome to the daily scan for Thursday, June 27th, 2013. Well, I don't know if you're aware of this or not, but GDP yesterday, they're looking for 2.4%. Prior was 2.4. Consensus for this one was 2.4. Actual was 1.8. So what's the good news in this? Well, conversely, most everybody, the big guys anyway, are expecting the Fed to hold rates steady, even though mortgage rates seem to be climbing. So that's the irony in yesterday's announcement. The bad news is that the economy is, if you're not like at 2 or 2.5%, most people consider the economy shrinking. 2.5% or greater is healthy. So it's still ill. And why the market would react the way that it did yesterday, I really can't say. So anyway, plowing ahead, jobless claims this morning at 8:30 and personal income outlays with less of an impact with pending home sales. And I was reading that this is kind of a surprise speech here by one of the Fed chairmen. So I don't know what may be going on there. Maybe he's resigning. Who knows? I really don't know. I have enough going on without having to worry about that. Okay, looking at pre-market here, we're seeing sort of mixed signals. There's nothing really hair-raising or exciting about the numbers that we're looking at here. Gold made a bit of a recovery yesterday, and so did silver, but looking kind of flat today. Oil is above our bogey of 95, so we'll be looking for a slight rise at the pump. And then there's the Nikkei. I have to find the futures for some of the European indexes, like maybe the FTSE or something. I have to look that up and add them in there so we can take a peek at them too. Although I'm not sure exactly how to read them, except that, their day is maybe about 8 hours ahead of our day, so there's some sort of indication. And a lot of U.S. stocks trade on the European market and the Japanese market also. So it's sort of an indication of what may happen here. Alright, so we're looking at our current account, and I wanted to just quickly cover something here. I had to set the picture up here so I could show you. Yesterday on V, I did put a conditional order in, and I took a snapshot of it before I hit the send button. We'll take a look at it right here. Here we go. Alright, so here it is. I was going to sell 5 vertical 170, 165 puts. And I submitted it, I said to submit it at 10:30 in the morning. So here's the detail order conditions. Submit on the 26th after 10:30, and only do that if it meets these conditions, which was the mark at or above 181.50, and it would be a market order. Okay, so here's the description in real English. Wait until 10:30. Wait until the following condition is satisfied, greater than 181.50, and then submit this order. And the order did execute. So I just get that out of here. And look at our messages. And here we have at 10:38, it met the conditions and it executed and it did a market order. We'll take a look at the chart. And here is the chart. Squish this down a little bit here, and we can see it right here. We collected 87 cents, and we did 5 of them. So we are off and running on V with a bull put on a conditional order that executed yesterday. And it also happened to be around after the Goldman Sachs alert went off. And that alert went off. When did that go off? Yes, Goldman Sachs went off at 11:38, and I did enter on that particular one. So that is a bear call on Goldman Sachs. Just quickly go and take a peek at that chart. And here, this really is sort of a counter trend trade. We were looking for it to drop. We had our alert set below that low yesterday, and we did hit it here between 10:48 and 12:06. Looking at the time down here at the bottom, right down here, it did execute, or I did, the alert did trigger, and I jumped in on that trade. Sort of a counter trend trade against the rules, but we have a lot of reinforcement here on the long-term chart. Everything is bending down, and on the intermediate chart or the daily chart, we have our long-term MACD went below 0. This is a counter trend trade, and it does not necessarily follow the rules. But when we come up here and the 50 appears to be acting as resistance, we can make an assumption that the trend is going to reverse. So that one was a rule breaker, and we'll see how that works out. I should put a note on this. I'm going to put a note on here to say that. Hang on. Okay, there's my note. It says here, rule breaker. Okay, so back to the account. A rule breaker is losing money right now, but that's only because of the timing of when I got in. And Visa is making some money. And we're only looking at one account. Let's look at the combined accounts. Excuse me. So we're doing pretty good. Our insurance policies here are doing just fine. We'll see how the market works out today. Let's jump right into the A+ list and do our scan as quickly as possible. Alright, Apple. Wow, I can't believe this. They're below 400. That's kind of a big deal, I guess you could say, there for Apple. Again, you know, this is like a freight train here. Just have to kind of get out of the way there. Not seeing any entry opportunities. But again, everybody has the option to chase this if they so wish. Amazon. Amazon looks like we might be confirming a nice positive trend here. Everything is looking pretty much up and pretty powerful for Amazon. What kind of deal can we get here if we're looking at August? We were looking at an Iron Condor the other day, but what could we do with a bull put? Well, we could be at 250, and 250 is way out of sight here. Actually, it hasn't been below there in quite a while. So I'm going to put an alert here on Amazon. That looks good. Alrighty. BIDU. This actually is looking pretty good. I had an alert triggered yesterday, but I did not get in on this trade. Very, very strong move yesterday. Faded a little bit at the close, but a pretty nice strong move. Not getting a lot of confirmation though on the long term. So I am going to figure that I missed this window right here. And I'll wait to see what happens in the future on that. Celgene, we're in there on that with a July bear call. Everything's looking okay there. We're looking to get in again on this target. CF, we are also in on that on a bear call. That one should play out very nicely so far. And we're just going to hang in there. Nothing showing up for us on that one. This one was, I was thinking about a counter trend trade. I just want to move this up here to get it out of the way. And we're looking to hit a target up here for our counter trend trade. So actually, if we get a hook here above this 55, that's going to be like a sign of weakness to me. We're flat here on the short term MACD on the weekly chart. So we're just going to keep an eye on this. It's going to take another day or two for us to figure out if that's going to do anything or not. Gold, oh my goodness. Oh man, look at this. Well, you know, I remember buying that back for 4 cents. Probably could buy it back for a penny now. But that's okay. No entry signals on that particular one. Google, this again was a counter trend trade, looking for it to get above this 55 and give us a hook that we could get in and we would get some sort of confirmation. Still looking very weak on the weekly. And we still have our alert here too. I'm going to leave that alert where it is for today. Goldman Sachs, we're in on that. Anything else happening? It's a recent, yeah, this is our rule breaker. This is a recent one. I'm actually kind of looking to add to this if I get another hook up here above 55. LinkedIn, we're looking at a possible Iron Condor on that. Still might be looking at an Iron Condor. Very, very flat. But a little bit of positive movement here. Looking a little bit on the positive side. So now what I would be looking for, this would have been a good place possibly to get in on the 25th of this month with a bull put. Or we still could do the Iron Condor. I'm still considering that. And I will have some time today to take a peek at this. MasterCard. See if it's doing the same thing that Visa is. Yeah, it's moving up a bit. We have up, up, and up. We have moving average moving up. Looks like the 9-day flattened out here. And we have MACD moving up, stochastic hooked up. Looking pretty good. I'm going to add an alert on this one too. I want to see it beat the high from yesterday. So there we go. Okay. Netflix. Average is moving up. We do have a hook here, but I'm not liking this particular price action here. Looking down everywhere else. This is sort of a rule changer here, I guess you might say. Could be a rule breaker. Only one of the rules that we'd be breaking is this 50 moving average, which appears again in this case as well as acting as a point of resistance here. While the 9 is moving down, MACD is moving down, and on the weekly chart everything is moving down, getting weaker. So this could be a possibility. I am going to put just a curiosity alert on this below the low of yesterday. This is a curiosity alert. And it could be sort of a rule breaker. Alright. It started raining cats and dogs outside. Alright, price line. Still in an uptrend. We did get a hook up here. Some of our confirmation, like on the MACD, long-term and our long-term chart, we're still getting mixed signals here on price line. So I'm not seeing it moving in any particular direction. Yes, the moving average is still moving up, but it's going to continue to move up if price keeps going sideways until it meets it. So that's not really that much of an indicator for us right now, so I'm just going to stay away. And we're in Visa, so Panera will be our last one. We were looking for a bear call on this, but now our moving average just ticked up yesterday. And we have stochastic just hooked up. But long-term MACD looking down. We did do short-term MACD on the intermediate is hooking up. A lot of mixed signals here too. I think I'm going to stay away from that. And here's part of the reason why I am staying away. If I jump in, I've been doing like $2,500 for each trade, so I have a couple of alerts out there, so that would be another $5,000 if they go off, and that will get me pretty close to my 20,000 on the spread account. So I'm just going to sit with what I got and wait for other things to develop that give much better signals. So that's it for today, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to thank you for watching. Have a great day and happy trading.